So 30 days of dedication. This is the first day. This is your first time listening, first time watching. This is a brand new series that we got. Everyone that is joining right now. We at Train Effective always been making a lot of content where you can see in your feeds, right? A lot of shorter stuff, a lot of tips, a lot of things that might last 30 seconds or a minute or 2 minutes. And we want to use this as a chance with this new series to go deeper with you guys. We've felt like, when it comes to the football space, when it comes to the sports space, when it comes to really genuinely wanting to improve footballers, wanting to improve you guys, the best way to do it is to go deep. And what does that mean? It means have real conversations with you guys, go through your real struggles, go through your real hopes and your aspirations and your dreams and your struggles. And look, we've all been part of that. We've all done that. So this is what the 30 days of dedication is about. It's about talking to you guys every single weekday for 30 days. And this is day one, isn't it, Sam? And
That's true. That's correct, guys. It's a pleasure to be here. Obviously, the first day of the 30-day dedication podcast program. We're going to be here for the next 30 days to help all of you. That extra 1-2% can make all the difference. Whether you're feeling right now, you could be demotivated, you could be feeling, lazy, you don't really want to train, or you're trying to get tips, you're trying to get advice, and you're just trying to get to speak to us every single day. Because when you're in an environment and you're surrounded by other people with the same kind of goals, ambitions, and have that same mindset as you, it can push you, it can elevate you, and it can get you to that next level. So yeah, man, let's get cracking and hopefully start of great things to come.
this is it. We're here to create those friendships, those relationships, those mentorships with you guys. So, if you're listening to this right now on whatever platform, comment away, say hello. The sooner that we get to know you, the sooner we can help, the sooner we get to actually see how you go in your career. And we got the right tools to help you for sure. Sam, first of all, there's a little surprise coming your way in a second, but do you want to tell the audience a little bit about your background, playing experience?
Yeah. So obviously I'm Sam, and obviously I'm head of player success agent at Train Effective. Been here for a few years now, and obviously off Train Effective and on the pitch, I've been through the journey, guys. The journey you guys are trying to go through, I've been through it all. I started my career at Watford Academy. I was a scholar there for a couple of years, and then I've gone and played professionally around Europe in countries, like Cyprus, Greece, Lithuania, loads of different, played in Europa League qualifiers, etc. So I've been there and I've done it, guys. I played for my national team under 18 level. So I've experienced the highs, I've experienced the lows. Currently still playing at the moment. Right now, I'm playing in non-league at Hendon FC. So I've experienced literally every part of football that you can imagine. And football is it's a sport where there's lots of, don't get me wrong, there's lots of highs, but there's a lot of lows as well. So as much as I can give back to you guys, if I wish I had someone there when I was going through my career, and I was going through when I was like 18, 19. I wish I had someone to like speak to who had already been there and like give me advice and give me tips, because it makes a huge difference. So yeah, man, I'm here to just give back as much as I can, and hopefully we can see a lot of you guys on the big screens one day.
100%. Sam, that's great. Great intro. And guys, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Nick Humphries. You can follow me on the socials at Nick Humph. If you ever got questions or anything, send them my way. But yeah, I'm the founder, means I started this Train Effective thing about 10 years ago. My story is a little bit different from Sam. Sam went to the Watford Academy, in his teenage years. For me, I didn't start taking football seriously until I was about 16. So I had a very different come up. At 15, 16 years old, I was a kind of Sunday league player. I trained, twice a week with the team kind of thing. Football was just a little bit of a passion for me. And I never took it seriously until I read this book. You guys might have read this book too. It's called The Magic of Thinking Big. If you haven't read this book and you're a dreamer, you have big dreams, make sure you read this book, because it's going to get you towards manifesting your hopes and your dreams and what you want. But I read this book and I had epiphany. An epiphany means I had a stroke of, wow, I need to do this. So I said, I'm going to try become a pro footballer. So I basically had this epiphany. I picked up all the books, all the resources I could follow. I read Outliers, which was a book that features this special golden rule. And this golden rule is called the 10,000 hour rule. And basically, what that means is 10,000 hours of deliberate practice to get to world class in your field. Doesn't matter if you're a footballer or a chess master, grand chess master, musician, whatever. That's what you need to become world class. And if you want to quantify that, that's 20 hours a week for 10 years. So I said, all right, I'm not a great player, but I know if I put in the thousands of hours of practice, then maybe I have a chance of making it somewhere. And I followed those rules and I started training day and night, training day and night. So everything we post on Train Effective these days, we're training in the cold, training in the sunshine, doing the extras, all that stuff. Sam and I both went through. I applied this. I did it for years, and I got myself to being a pro level footballer. Meaning I had trials, different trials, uh, long extended trials. I ended up playing in Holland. I ended up playing in Hungary, and all this thing and all this stuff led me basically to create Train Effective, to really hone in on Train Effective and inspire millions and millions of people out there to know that if they dream about something, if they believe it and they put the hard work in it to go try and achieve that dream, that they can go far. They can go really far, and maybe some will play professionally. Or some will just get enough confidence because they've been training so hard that they make it to their starting 11 of the Sunday League team, or they go to semi-pro, or whatever it is, whatever their ambition is. That's what Training Effective is always about. Is about helping you guys. And so that's a little bit about my journey, and I'm sure we'll get to know each other throughout this whole series. And Sam, before we get to our first topic today, it's Sam's birthday. So for everyone on the YouTube, TikTok, What's Up Bard Beats Music, wish Sam a happy birthday. It's his birthday today. LinkedIn, TikTok. Happy birthday to
Thank you,
Sam. Let's
guys.
go. Let's go.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Edux,
Thank you.
Jaden, happy birthday.
Jaden, Edith, Mr. Composure, Hamza, all of you guys wishing me a happy birthday. Thank you, Derek. Appreciate it, man.
Let's go. Oh, look at all these
MK.
people saying happy birthday.
Appreciate all the love, guys, man. Really do. I really do.
Sam, what's one thing? Your birthday was actually yesterday. First time we're talking today, so we're saying the happy birthday. But was your birthday yesterday? Or am I wrong?
No, my birthday's today.
Oh, today. Sorry. How do you feel today?
Yeah.
What's some wisdom you can share?
Do you know what? I feel great. I feel good. You know, a lot of people say, you're getting older, but with age comes wisdom. With age comes, life experience. And I'm at a point in my life now where, you know, I can give back to the young players growing up. And it's so important. It's so important to kind of be that role model for them and to lead them the correct way, because a lot of times that can be the biggest thing, in like whether you make it or whether you go down the wrong path and you end up, somewhere you shouldn't. So yeah, man, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful and blessed. Happy to be here.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. So Sam, you're turning 21 today, right? Or 20?
Yeah,
Right.
21. 21, yeah, exactly.
No, but we love it. What's just on this topic, okay? Let's go. Many of our viewers are Train Effective. They can be 12 years old, 10 years old, 15, 21, 25. But let's go back to say when you're a teenager. Let's say you're 18-year-old, okay?
Hmm.
If you're 18 now, so we're going back a few years. If you could talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell him? You have these big aspirations for football. What would you tell that 18-year-old?
Honestly, the biggest thing I'd say is, right, don't let anybody tell you what you can and can't do in terms of if you put your mind to something, you can achieve anything you want. right? So, but you have to work hard. You know, you have to work hard, and you have to do all the extras, and it's the time, when sometimes I used to think I was Superman. I would play like a 90-minute match on Saturday, then I'd do another one on Sunday, and I would neglect my recovery work, right? And that is the biggest thing I regret. I wish I started my recovery work, when I was 18, 19, because as soon as you get a little bit older, you pick up that first injury, um, it can take you back, a good few years, and it takes a toll on you. One injury can set another injury off, and then you start becoming, injury prone, and then it affects your game, it affects your confidence. So it's about doing the whole package. Was the whole package, and that's one thing I learned, growing up. It's what you do on the pitch, but it's also what you do off the pitch, which is just as important. So yeah, if I could go back, I would say the recovery stuff is probably the most important things, and I feel like if I probably focus on that a little bit more, and I actually paid more attention to it the way I do now, yeah, it could have made a massive difference. But as I said again, it's all a learning experience, and as you grow up and you play more games and you're more experienced, you learn all these things along the journey.
You know what I would say too is
Well,
when I was like 18 as well, I told you guys about the 10,000 hour rule. So training 20 hours a week, literally sometimes more than that. And, that's 3 hours a day on average. And come match day for me, I'd always feel actually kind of lethargic. Like I wasn't, it was rare that I was pumped up for games. Oh, I can't wait for this. Unless it was maybe at a lower level, like playing with school friends or something, yeah, for sure. But when it was at the higher level matches, I was like, oh, I'm a little bit drained. Like I had training last night, or I played the day before, and now I realize I'm like, okay, if I have a game on Saturday, I should probably take it a little bit easier on Friday, or do a priming session on Friday to really be mentally and physically prepared for the Saturday. So, and then on Saturdays now, I'll play actually much better than I did when I was 18 because I'm just more mentally and physically prepared for those matches. I'm not going so hard the day before, and actually, it really works wonders. That's one piece of advice I'll give to myself.
100% agree on you, and I think that the mental side of it is, I think a lot of people neglect that bit of it, and actually, like football in the kind of technical side of it, you can have the outstanding ones, the greats, the Messis and all these professional players, these Premier League players that you see. But in general, the technical side of it, there's the gap is not as big as you think. If you actually do the hours and you're practicing your repetition and you're doing all these things, the gap is not huge. But what makes the biggest difference and why these players are playing at the top and playing at the elite level is actually the mental side of it. The mental side of it is huge. It's huge. A lot of people crumble under pressure. They crumble when, if a lot of people are watching them, or if they're going for a trial, or if they get a rejection, if they get an injury, how do they come back from it? There's so many things that happen, which affects the player and how they view their kind of, how do they come back from it, and etc. So yeah, the mental side of it is so, so important, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to play a video on that topic. It's actually a very natural segue to something that I discovered. I think it was yesterday. I was finished the day of work and I was like, I need something to prime me a little bit. Something I can watch and gets me a little bit re-inspired. So, Sam, you ever heard of the Mulligan brothers?
I actually haven't, no.
Mulligan Brothers. It's a good YouTube channel. I've probably followed it for years now. They have some really good videos on the mentality side of things. And all these videos are free, of course. So if you guys are ever looking for a little bit extra motivation, Mulligan Brothers is a great YouTube channel to watch. I'm going to play a little clip here about from someone called Bill Beswick. Do you know who Bill Beswick is, Sam?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What does he do?
I mean, I've heard of the name. I mean, you've just put me under pressure there.
I'm going to play the clip and then we'll get everyone to kind of listen to this and we'll just listen to what he has to say, okay? Because it comes back to your point.
Yeah, okay. Is it playing? Because I can't hear a sound.
Oh, you can't hear it?
No.
Nah, you're kidding. Okay, we're gonna do a double take there, guys, because it didn't. Why didn't it play? Um, hold on. Sam, get a question going while I set this up because I think it's really important for the audience. And we can all hear it. We can all hear, by the way. Yeah, go on.
Okay. Let's see. So we got a question on TikTok, right? If it is wet outside and I'm playing on my street, small space, alone, how do I improve? So, guys, this is we get this question a lot. You know, a lot of people say, it's wet outside or it's cold. I don't have anywhere to train. Guys, those are all excuses. Honestly, you can train wherever. All you need, get a ball, go against the wall, and repetition, repetition, repetition. You don't need somewhere fancy. Literally, it's just all about the reps that you keep on doing, and it becomes second nature. So don't think to yourself, it's raining, or I don't have anywhere to go. I'm not close to a pitch, or just literally just go outside anywhere, find anywhere. Just have a ball in your hand, find a ball, and just hit it against the wall, back and forth, back and forth. Work on different kind of touches. Work on your laces, the instep, controlling it with your thigh, controlling with your foot, hitting it back. Just loads of different repetitions to make, and you'll see the difference as the weeks go by and you keep on doing this consistently. It's so important that you do this consistently, because if you only do this once and you're like, I won't do it again, there's no point. And that goes in anything you guys want to do. You have to train consistently, put in the work every single day, and that's the only way you'll improve. It takes years and years and years of practice for you to get to an elite level. So, yeah, that's my answer to your question, bro.
We'll give this a
Let's.
go again. Great answer.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Can
Let's
you hear it
see.
now? Can,
Um,
so it might be you're wearing earphones.
no, it's just playing. One sec.
Just a
No, I
quick
can't
check
hear it,
for
bro.
YouTube and for Vimeo. Can you guys hear the video?
Guys, let us know if any of you on a YouTube channel or on a Vimeo, can you hear the video that's currently playing? Because I can't hear it, but let us know if you can hear it. No, can't hear. Yeah, they can't hear it.
Okay. Uh, technical issues on the first episode today. That's all good, guys. Let's get one more question going, Sam. While I try to fix this.
Yeah. Guys, send me your questions. Send me your questions while we fix the video, and I'll answer a couple of your questions. Uh, how do you react after getting rejected at a trial? Mr. Composure, good question. So it's really important this, because let me tell you my kind of journey. Before I signed for Watford, I went on a few trials. I got rejected, you know, and you get that's part of parcel of football. You're gonna get more no's than you will get yeses in your football career, and that's just how it works. But it only takes that one yes to change your whole life. Okay, um, so yeah, your mentality should be like, okay, that's fine. That's that club's opinion. They might have already players in that position, and they're not looking for that, a position to come. They're looking for something else. So football is a game of opinions. So if one club rejects you, that doesn't mean another club's going to reject you. Okay, so you always have to just take it as as a first, it's a learning experience. When you go to a trial, you learn. You learn about yourself. You learn about putting yourself outside of your comfort zone, because going on trial is not easy. You're going somewhere where you're trying to take someone else's shirt in that academy, in that club, and you're going to have players who's already signed there who might not be kind to you, or like they won't really be friendly with you because they're threatened by you, and you have to understand and take that as a compliment. Say, and that's fine, cool. In that period, you can be like that, but I'm going to show myself on the pitch. I'm going to work harder than you. I'm going to show why they should give me a contract at this football club. So always to have these kind of thoughts in your head and think of it as a positive. So if you get rejected, no problem. The next trial you go to, you're going to have more experience. You're going to know what you did wrong, what you could have done better, and just keep going, keep thinking positive. That's the one advice I'll give you. Anything you want to say on that, Nick?
No, let's give it one more go.
Cool. Let's go.
Let's give it one more go, guys. Let us know if you can hear this now.
Guys, I'll come back to all of your questions. Bear with. We're going to try the video again. Yeah, I can't hear it.
YouTube can't hear. YouTube? Can't hear that sound?
No, I can't hear it. I can only hear your voice when you're speaking, but I can't hear the video.
Guys, bear with us. It's the first day of the 30-day dedication. We're dedicated to fix this. Where are we at here?
Let me answer another question. Edok's asking Sam, low-key genuine question. Like, when you see a player, how do you help them get actual chances? Good question, bro. So there's numerous ways of how we can help you. So either you come and join one of our camps. So when you come to our camps, either in Miami, which is next month. So if you guys are looking to join a camp, sign up now for the Miami camp. The last few remaining spots are available. So sign up now, go on our website, and we'll get you signed up. Or you can join one of our London ones in the summer. Okay, so either join a Train Effective camp where we see you play live with our coaches, every single day in training. We see you in a match kind of environment where you'll be playing in the showcase matches. That's where we can see a player. And also, currently, we have a new kind of program coming into Train Effective, which is our pathway program. So what it is, right, if you guys, let's say you can't travel or you can't join one of our camps, but you still want the same opportunities that the camp provides, our pathway program is designed so all of you can access it virtually. Okay, you'll have your own mentor, you'll have your own coach who will guide you, who will give you a training plan, who will go over, kind of your games, analyze where you can improve, what you can do better, and we will track your progress through the months that you're with us. Okay, and that's how we can, connect you with clubs, take you on trial when we feel like you are ready, to go to the next level. So if you're watching the YouTube or you're on the Vimeo, Nick's just got it up in the background right now. So first you'll have a call with me. We'll go over your plans, your goals, and then we'll kick things off from there. Really. Then obviously you'll create your first IDP. We'll get a nice plan for you, and it's all steps, guys. It's all steps towards your goals and your future. And we've had loads of success stories, players that have joined our camps, players that have used our apps, currently playing at pro clubs. This is Chad. Chad joined one of our camps 2 years ago, signed his pro contract with Genoa in Italy. Loads of different players. If you guys know Bakayoko, who plays for PSV, where he used to play for PSV, does he still play for him right now? Or is he was he at Leipzig? Yeah, he was at PSV. So he used our app, and he's shining. He's one of one of the greats that we see all the time on TV. So there's opportunities for all of you guys. So if you guys are interested in either joining our camp or starting this kind of pathway program that we have available, go on our website. You'll see all the information there, and then we can get a call with myself to help you guys and start your journey.
All right, Sam, we're going to give this one more go. Can you hear me? You can't hear me now.
Nick, we can't hear you on the TikTok.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to give this one more go. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. So, oops. All right, how's that? All right, can we hear that?
No.
No.
Wait. No, I can't hear
Oh
it, bro.
man. All right, this is not going to plan, but it's all right. We'll pivot. We'll pivot. I'm basically okay. Instead of wasting time on this, I'm just going to pivot to what this guy said. Um, yeah. Instead of wasting time, I'm going to pivot to what this guy said.
Yeah.
Answer one more question because I have to reset this up. Give me a minute. So go on, Sam.
No problem. Let's see. What's the next question that we can answer? Any questions, guys? How should you train alone as a GK? The keeper, the same principle applies to you as well. You can literally go against the wall and practice your volleys, and then catching it. Just loads of different things that you can practice yourself as a keeper. You don't need to be an outfield player to work your kind of technical stuff with a ball and a wall. Keepers can do that training as well. So don't feel like only outfield players can use that training drill. Keepers can do it too. So yeah, man, try it and you'll see. Hello, Nakanyazi. How are you, bro? What is the best mentality on the pitch? The best mentality on the pitch. I would say always having like a positive mentality is probably the best mentality to have. There's too many players that kind of put their heads down when they lose a ball, when they make a mistake on the pitch. They start hiding. You should never be a player that kind of you make a mistake and you start hiding. You don't really want the ball anymore because you don't want to make a mistake anymore. So that is the worst thing you should do. You should never, never, ever do that. So if you make a mistake, it's fine. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. So always have the mindset of, all right, I've made a mistake. Put it to the back of your mind. I want the ball again. I want the ball again. Give me the ball. I'm going to make something happen. And I say this to my wingers that I play with, to wingers that join the camp. Especially as a winger, you're in a team, and you're a player that is an attacking kind of player. So you're going to lose the ball a lot because you're trying to make things happen. But we don't mind you. I don't mind my winger losing the ball 8 times out of 10 if he's trying to do the right thing and he's trying to take on the fullback and he's trying to commit players. So if he's 1v1 with a fullback, I don't want him getting the ball and then going backwards because that's pointless. As a winger, you're the guy that makes things happen. You're the guy that's, you're electric. If you look at the best wingers in the world, Vinny Jr., Lamine Yamal, they're all exciting to watch. Why? Because they make things happen. They dribble well. They commit players. They win fouls. They create chances, and that's what you want as as an exciting player to watch. So, really important. And you tell these wingers, they're not. How many times? Go look at the best pros in the world. Go see how many times, like Lamine Yamal, for example, he will keep on doing it and doing it and doing it, and he'll probably lose the ball a few times, but it doesn't matter because that one time he doesn't lose the ball, they'll score from it. He'll create a chance from it, and what that does as well to the defender's thinking, oh my God, like this guy's relentless, like non-stop, he's coming at me. And then he's going to start dropping off. And he's not going to know, what should I do? Should I get tight to him? Should I not get tight to him? and in that way it creates space for your teammates. So it's all part of the game. But if you're an exciting player, if you're a winger, if you're an attacking player, don't worry about losing a ball. And that goes for any position, to be honest. Don't worry about losing it. Don't worry about making mistakes. It's all part and parcel of the game. So always have a positive mindset and think positively. I'm going to try it again, Nick.
How's that? Can't hear that?
Yes. Same problem. Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Guys, if
All
you're
right.
on the live and you're on our YouTube or our Vimeo, can you hear the video that's playing or still nothing?
Yeah. I'll keep an eye at Sam, but somehow it's just not functioning today. But oh, look good. I will like share the screen and kind of paraphrase. It's kind of interesting to look at the footage as well while I'm explaining. But basically, we're talking about steps to be successful and challenges that you've gone through your career, and you've talked a lot about, I think, character, Sam.
Yeah.
So what what Bill Beswick says here in this on this video, and he's a very accomplished coach. Uh, Basically, he talks about the 10 steps to greatness, and if you look at the captions right here, it says he'll basically say that you have 10 steps to greatness. Steps 1 to 7 is pretty easy. Okay, steps 1 to 7 is pretty easy because uh, because sorry, I just looked at the comment here. Steps 1 to 7 is really easy because you can be the best in your team, the best in your county, best in, I don't know, in your these different regions until you get to that, maybe that pro academy side where you were at, Sam, at Watford.
Hmm.
And then basically everyone, if you're playing under 18s, let's say in a Premier League academy, everyone there can play professionally if they really want to. They really want to. They could play professionally and make a living out the game. Um, but what he says here, Bill, is like everyone can get to step 7 if they have the talent. Okay, they can get to step 7 with the talent. But steps 8, 9, and 10 is all about the work. It's all about the other aspects of what really is your character. Um, and that character, he's saying, is what really separates people that get from step 7 to step 10.
Hmm.
And it's a powerful thing because there's a lot of talk about does hard work beat talent? Does hard work beat talent? Does talent beat hard work? And we know about the Cristiano Ronaldo story. What does he say? He'll say like, yeah, hard work beats talent any day.
Yeah.
But I think when you put it in this perspective that a lot of people can get to step 7, but 99% of people still won't get to that step 10 or even step 9 or step 8. And why is that? It's because of character. It's about you lived alone, Sam. You lived alone. You had to get rejected in those trials. You had to get dropped from Watford to then go play in a different country. Like most players, most people just can't fathom to be rejected like that, even though it's part of the process. Even though you have to take those knocks in order to become the person you are today.
100%. 100%. And that's what it comes down to. It comes out to your character, and it comes down to how how strong are you mentally to be able to take setbacks and come back stronger from it. You know, and in this world of football, and if you want to make it, and to be fair, it's not just football in anything. Um, you got to make sacrifices. I left my family, when I was like 18, left them when I lived alone in a new country, didn't know the language, I didn't know anybody there. But it was a sacrifice that I had to make because I had a goal, I had a dream, I had a vision, and I wanted to go and achieve that goal, I could have just sat there and thought, you know what, forget football. Watford, it didn't work out. Forget football. Let me just pack it in. But no, like it's everyone has their own journey. My journey wasn't to be at Watford; it was to be going abroad and going to another country, making my name over there, and then maybe come back to the UK after that. And that's part of my journey. So everyone has their own journey. So never look at others or thinking like, you might have a friend who's in a club right now, in a pro club or in a pro academy, and you're thinking, he's there, but I'm not there. Like, why? Don't look at other people because they have their own journey. Like, never compare yourself with others. Your own competition is the person you see in the mirror every single day. That's your only competition. So every single day when you wake up, you're just trying to be a better version of yourself. Um, so I would say, yeah, man, it's so important just to have that kind of elite mentality and telling yourself every day, your only competition is yourself. Maya's asking, where do you find all the 10 steps?
It's called Number One Sports Psychologist Train Your Mind to Win, Bill Beswick, Mulligan Brothers. Okay, so just put some variation in there and you'll find it. It was published about a month ago. So it's a great video, guys. Like, it's probably the best video I've watched this month. And we're 4 days into November. So yeah, it's probably the best video I'll watch for November. I think it's
Go watch it, guys. Go watch it.
very motivational, very good 12 minutes that you can spend your day watching for that motivational boost. And yeah, I think Sam, you're talking just on this greatness part about character and then hard work beating talent. Um, I want to ask the chat right now, okay, TikTok, YouTube, what is the craziest place you've trained? You really, it's 9 p.m. in the night, you're desperate to get training in. Where's the craziest place you trained? Did you go out in the snow? I've definitely got a few stories I want to share in a second. Was it 40 degrees, 50 degrees outside and you made it happen? Were you in in a hospital bed? I don't know. I'm just talking anything right now. Where is the craziest place you train? We want to just read a little bit, some of your stories. So wherever you're listening to this, do comment it. And I will share. This one doesn't need subtitles, Sam. This one doesn't need any audio. You just have to watch this one. But this one just came in my feed today, and I had to share it. Okay.
We got a couple
This,
coming in on TikTok. Couple.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Read them out. Read them out.
So the first one is early from Okafor is early in a cold morning where robberies happened. So it wasn't a kind of safe kind of place, but he went and got it done. Um, nice man, fair play, fair play. The keeper said a desert in Egypt. Okay, so it must have been very very hot, um, in the middle of nowhere, just getting your reps in. Nice. And Mr. Composure said while it was ice ruining, while it was ice, I don't understand what you meant by that. While it was icy, I took off my shirt and I ran 10 laps. Okay.
Oh, oh.
You got to put it
Love
in.
that.
Got to put in the work, man. Got to put in the work. It all counts. But Nick, I know you've definitely got some cool stories you can tell everyone because I'm sure you've trained in some crazy places.
I do have one. I'll share this guy first, okay?
Yeah, let's
If you
go.
guys look at the screen, only those on YouTube will be able to see at the moment. Train Effective YouTube. But this guy, look at him. He's got bricks. He's doing step overs here. He's he's got a mad sweat going on right now.
Yeah, man. Literally, no excuses.
What's hold on, what's that? He's got two bricks.
Yeah,
He's got a brick or rock, two rocks, I think.
he's got
Okay.
2 rocks. Is that a resistance band around his neck?
He's got a resistance band around his neck around his
Yeah.
neck, yeah. Um Guys, if you want to see the video, just YouTube Train Effective, but we'll do our best to describe it right now. You got a guy who doesn't look like he's from the best neighborhood because just the room doesn't look all that great. There's wallpaper peeling off. It looks maybe in Asia somewhere, but he's got pictures of Ronaldo. He's got pictures of who's that? Who's that on the left?
I'm not too sure.
Yeah, we got someone on the left. I don't know. Real Madrid. So, guys, this guy's this mentality, but no excuses, just pure heart of the champion is the subtitle or the caption. But it's just a great example. One. So wherever I train, which is pretty crazy, I'm gonna again share a couple examples. Sam, do you got a story about where somewhere crazy you trained?
I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first because I know for sure you've got some crazy ones, probably more crazy than me. But yeah, I'll let you kick things off.
Guys, the first one I'll kick off. It's on my screen right now. This is back in 2015, guys, 10 years ago. Okay. We haven't just been training and doing these things for like, for 1 month or 1 year or 3 years, guys. This has been a lifestyle, a movement for 10 years now. I took this picture. So the caption reads, so first of all, there's a picture, okay? It's in a park. I got a ladder, a speed ladder, a ball, and two cones, and it's just under a lamp in the park, like a street lamp in the park. You can barely make out enough light to just see all these objects. Okay, and the caption reads, 10:47 p.m. It's lonely, dark, and freezing outside, but my solace is under a park lamppost where there's just enough light to run in lines and circles. I can hear the distant sounds of the city traffic. The panting of my breath gets louder as I complete every repetition. My toes feel numb. My hair is wet. The air is fresh. This feels wonderful. I didn't even realize how poetic I was here. But, but guys, yeah, and 2nd of December 2015. So right in the middle of winter here, early winter. So there we go. It was late at night. I think I had school or something I had to attend to this day. So maybe exams, I don't know what it was. And I was like, I'm still going out for my training session. I don't care if it's cold outside. I'm going outside. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's one thing. The other story, again, I shared this on my Instagram actually. This is a couple of weeks later in that same year. Christmas Eve, 24th of December 2015, actually. So the picture is in the laundry room. Okay, I lived in a building in Switzerland, so like you have maybe 8 people, like 8 different apartments in this European building, and like in Europe, it's very common that you share the washing room, like wash facilities and stuff. So you got a slightly bigger space where you can like wash your clothes. Anyway, I'm in this washing room place. You got the drawer, you got the dryer, you got a washing machine, you got a mini ball, okay, a mini ball, size 1 mini ball. You got a yoga mat with a towel on it and a bottle of water. And on this day, this is the caption, okay? 00:44 a.m., so 44 minutes past midnight. It's the first Christmas I'm having without family. Thousands of miles from home. I could be in that warmer place, somewhere where I'm loved. I'm from Australia, by the way, so December time in Australia, it's warmer. But instead, I cage myself in this cramped basement where I fight for the feeling of satisfaction. All these years of struggle and still that drive and hunger to push. I was talking about all these years of struggle. It's 2015, guys. This is 10 years ago. We're still struggling out here. We love it. All these years of struggle and still that drive and hunger to push the limits is there. When you have your hands on your knees, you're exhausted and drenched in sweat. When no one is watching, that's when champions are made. Alone. There's no AI,
Well
guys.
said.
No AI back then. This is all coming straight from the heart because it was late. I wasn't spending Christmas with family. I was here. I was locked in, guys. And that is the character. That is the character needed to get through like all this stuff that happens in your career, right, Sam?
100%, 100%. And I think you hit the nail on the head there, man. You said, you were struggling 10 years ago, you're still struggling now. We're all still struggling now. But what it is, you got to embrace the struggle. You know, if you're not struggling, then it's too easy. When you struggle, it's it means you're doing something right because it's hard. You're doing that extra bit, which is hard, man. Like if it's too easy for you, if you're training every single day and it's too easy, there's no struggle and there's no improvement. So always embrace a struggle. Remember that, guys. If it's hard, if you're feeling like, oh, this is tough, tell yourself it's gonna pay off. It's gonna pay off. If it's too easy, if you're not putting in enough work, or it's not really getting a sweat out of you, then there's no point. You have to make sure that you embrace your struggle, and you just keep going. But you could see there with Nick, he's training at midnight, he's training at these kind of hours, no excuses. And I used to do similar things as well. I remember one time I was out in like minus 15 degrees, and
Oof.
all my school friends were playing Call of Duty or FIFA because we couldn't go to school. I said, nah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna put in a session while they're playing FIFA. I'm gonna go out and put in a session, and try and, regardless, it was like so much snow as well. But you just try and do what you can, and you just try and go out there and you put a session on for yourself. And at the end of the day, that's the 1% and the 2% that makes a difference. And you'll see the rewards after. So yeah, embrace the struggle, guys.
Yeah. And those are, guys, some of the craziest places we've trained. And the crazier places you train, the more that you want to make it happen, the more success, the further you go. Mr.
Facts.
Composure, is hard work important more than talent? Yeah, that's exactly how.
Mr. Composed, I know so many talented players. Like growing up, yeah, there was a few top talents that I've played with, but what let them down was they were talent. They were probably more talented than all the other players, right? But they didn't make it, and that's purely down because they didn't really work hard. They thought, I'm talented. I don't like. They were naturally gifted. Don't get me wrong; they were really good, but that can only get you to a certain limit. That can only get you so far. And if they had put in the work, if they had put in the extras, believe me, they'd be playing at a top level right now. And again, that's the difference, guys. As we always say. So talk to us what you got on there now, Nick.
Yeah, so I just wanted to show this as well. We got a boy here actually named Frankie. Uh, and he's spent now, I think it's about 100 days on the Train Effective app. On those 100 days, in his profile, he's logged 387 training sessions. It's a lot. 387 training sessions.
Wow.
Um, so he's on level 37 already. Some of the things here, again, for people just to take back to their own kind of domain, after you're done listening to this podcast, he's got ball mastery session. He's actually wrote it on a card here. Maybe his mom or dad has, but he's got a whole session of what he's doing. He's not just going to the field and doing a random ball mastery session, which basically just means kicking the ball into the goal. No, there's about 12, 13 different things that he's doing for a minute each. I don't know if you can make that out, Sam, but I can see outside, inside taps. You see all that?
I see it. Yeah, I see
Yeah.
it.
So he's logging these sessions in the Training Vector app. He says 20 minutes of ball mastery routine for my second session before school.
Wow,
Well, hold on.
that's the
Second
key
session
thing.
before school. You read that?
That is the key thing right there. Before school.
Woo.
Wow. So guys, let me just say that, speak on that real quick, because I always say this on my lives. When I'm speaking to you guys, fit in a session before school. Like wake up earlier, sleep earlier, fit in that extra session before school. He's done 2 sessions before he's gone to
Yes.
school, and he's probably what? He's probably at school at, let's say, I don't know, like 8 o'clock, 8:30. He has to be at school, and he's fitted in 2 sessions before that. Um, what does that show you guys? For me, for just reading that shows a desire to improve. He's hungry. He's hungry, and he wants it, and he'll do whatever it takes to give himself the best opportunities and give himself the best chance of making it. Um, yeah, that's amazing, man. Fair play to you. What's his name? Frankie, yeah?
Frankie, yeah. Big shout out to Frankie.
Yeah. W's in the chat for Frankie, guys.
That'd be in the chat. And it looks like he's at Newcastle or something on the badge. But shout out to
Yeah.
this young baller.
Yeah. Shout out Frankie.
And just I'll show this on the left of my on the screen as well. He's got a ball. It says he's logging his individual creative session on the Train Effective app, and he's got a ball in the picture, and he's got dice. And if you can make out what the dice says, it basically it's two dice. It says, I think the left dice is like what drill to do, and the right dice is how many reps to do of it. It's a fun way to do
Okay.
your training, you know.
That's really good because at times it can get a bit repetitive or things, but you can see he's put a little fun aspect to it, and it makes him wanna do it more and more. So yeah, man, that's really good, and it's clearly working for him. So well done, Frankie, man.
Well done, Frankie. Just wanted to give you that quick shout out and to inspire the whole Train Effective community because guys, join Frankie on the app. He's got all the drills out, all the exercises to do there, and he's logging his sessions. And this is the stories that we take notice of
Hundred
because we
percent,
want to rise up all your stories in the community, guys. Like everyone's saying, how do you get scouted? Where do I find drills? Whatever. We've got the best app in the world. 40,000 5-star reviews. It's been around for years. Just search up Train Effective in the App Store. You got everything there, like everything, guys. Everything. And we're shouting out your stories and looking at it together, giving you exposure to the world. There are just no excuses anymore. What a time to be alive. I'm serious.
100%. He's not wrong, guys. He's not wrong. You got to hold yourself accountable, and there's no cheating, there's no cutting corners. Download the app, hold yourself accountable because you can set up your training drills each day. You'll have a program that you can follow, and then you can hold yourself accountable, and you'll show yourself, and you will start to realize, wow, look at that. Like I set up a training drill here to do on a Tuesday. But I said, nah, forget it. I didn't do that. So, and you can see how many days you're completing, and how much effort you're actually putting in, or how many excuses you're making. So, download the Train Effective app, guys, on the App Store. Go on the App Store, download it, and give yourself from now, right, from now until the new year, until the 1st of January. Give yourself until now, and let's see if you can get on a consistent run of training every single day consistently. Giving yourself 1 day recovery because recovery is just as important. But see on how many days consecutively you can train all the way from now until the 1st of Jan, and then on the 1st of Jan, hold yourself accountable and look back and be like, okay, this is how many days I ticked off. And then in the new year, set a new goal, set your short-term goals and your long-term goal, and then go from there, guys.
And to touch upon that, Sam, to touch upon that, I got to bring this up because people don't know about this. People really don't know about this one thing. So I'm going to shout out Frankie again. Because if you look closely here, see that fire?
Yeah,
There's a fire. It's on the Train Effective app with the number 7 next to it, and that's his streak. So he spent 7 days in a row training. I'm sure he missed his streak one of these days because I can see he's got 100 days. He's been on the app, 105 days, 387 training sessions, 7-day streak. So guys, get your streaks up. Get those streaks up.
get them streaks up for sure.
Get
I've
those
been
streaks
following
up.
for more than 2 years now. Love that, bro. Love that.
We got a question. We're going to try out something. I think now is the time to do a little bit of Q&A. So get your questions prepared, guys, as we wrap this up. Let's do a
Yeah,
little bit of Q&A. So we got one question here on the screen that I've added. He says, MKZZZ says, how do I become a good fullback?
I'll let you answer this.
We get this question so much. How do I become better in this position, this position, this position? To save you time, I'm just going to plug it again. Go to the Train Effective app and search fullback, search defending, search defender. There's a search function there. You'll get all these videos that literally give you the tactical analysis, give you the mental stuff for the fullback side. It'll show you a tactics board, all this stuff. So just as a precursor to all this, go right now to Train Effective app and do that because all the knowledge is there and it's going to be far more effective than us giving you 1 minute because you're going to have 10 hours of that stuff there. But I think fullback wise, I'll always go back to the 4 pillars: technique, tactics, mentality, the physique. These days, just to give you even more tailored advice, even use AI. Go AI, go football, search, I'm a defender, these are my strengths, my weaknesses, this is what I want to improve on. Even that AI and say, mentor me like Train Effective would.
Mm.
And that'll already give you, because I'm just trying to still instill this 1 minute of speaking that this guy gets 10 hours of value from it or 20 hours. But guys, if you want to be a better defender, better in any position, do those two things. you already got 10 hours, 20, the next 20 hours, next 10 hours set. Um, the number one tip I'd say to become a good fullback though is, Sam, what would you say? And then I'll say mine.
The number one tip
Number
for
one.
to become a good fullback, I'd say the first and foremost as a fullback, your first priority should be to not be beaten in a 1v1 situation with your winger. So be good defensively. That's your foundation, to be a good defender. Um, After that, everything else, that's where, your technical ability comes into it, your kind of game intelligence, the tactical side of it. But first and foremost, be a good defender, because a fullback, at the end of the day, you're a defender. Nowadays, yes, fullbacks need to bomb on and have good crossing, being a decent attacker as well, But your first priority should be make sure I'm a good defender.
Yeah, not say mine, and this one is very general, but I do think it applies so much to fullbacks as well. Is that you need a good first touch, because
Yeah.
that first touch you may receive it from your centre back. If you're playing at a higher level, especially guys, and you receive that ball from your centre back or from centre mid, and your first touch ain't great, then that winger is going to pounce right on top of your striker, is going to get right on top of you, you're going to lose that ball. So make sure your first touch is great. In the short time that we have, that's what we'd say.
Yeah, well said. Next question, guys. Let's pick a question from TikTok. Let's see. Guys, I want to, answer a question that we haven't already answered. So get your questions in. So obviously with our camps, we always add like a new dimension every single year. So that could be new kits, new kind of recovery stuff, ice baths, taking you guys to the pool, etc. We always add new stuff for the players, and we're making sure we look after the players as best as possible. On the pitch as well, you'll have new kind of guest coaches that come in. As you know, the coaches that we work with currently, some top coaches. Our head coach Simon O'Neill. We got George Williams there. Played with Gareth Bale, so he played at the Euros in, I think it was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But these are some of the best coaches that you'll be surrounded by. So there will be some similar things, but there will also be new things as well. As we're always looking to improve and looking to bring in new stuff for players each year. So yeah, man. Hopefully we'll have you back again in the summer. And looking forward to seeing you again, bro.
Yeah.
I have a game in 2 hours. This is from Zed on TikTok. I have a game in 2 hours. What should I do right now as a winger? All right. So you have a game in 2 hours. Okay. Um, your preparation for this game should have started 48, 72 hours ago. Right. That's in terms of preparing yourself mentally, preparing yourself in terms of physically doing your sessions, making sure you're ready, making sure you've done all your preparation correctly. Because when you prepare well and you have a leading up to a game, you feel good, you're ready, and you feel like you haven't cut any corners, and you go into the game a lot more confident. Leading up to a game, you've been lazy, you haven't done your sessions well, you've been sleeping late, you haven't getting enough, your recovery is off, your preparation's all wrong. So you go into the game less confident. And it's as simple as that. So if you've done everything leading up to it well, and now it's match day and you've got a game in 2 hours, start thinking positively, thinking, okay, I'm going to go there. I'm going to be the best player on the pitch. I'm going to be, outstanding. I'm going to help my team in any way possible, whether you're a striker, whether that's scoring goals, whether you're a midfielder to assist, to impact the game, defenders keeping clean sheets, winning your individual battles, keepers, the same goes for you as well. So think about your roles and responsibilities on the pitch. Think about how you're going to utilize it, how you're going to perform on the pitch, and to help impact the game, to help your team to win the game. So start visualizing it the night before. thinking, okay, I'm going to be doing that. Meditate 5-10 minutes. Take to 5-10 minutes of your day just to meditate. And trust me, guys, it makes a big difference. And then on game day, now obviously it's game day for you, 2 hours. Get some music in, get in the zone, and just start preparing for your game.
Good one, Sam.
Um,
I've got one here from Relly on YouTube. Relly says, I missed a year of football and came back to football Saturday league level. So pretty high right now, pretty high right under academy level. I play striker cam and I'm trying to get signed. Best tips.
okay, cool. So you're playing at a decent level, Saturday league level. So that's really good. I'd say. How old is he? Did he say?
He didn't say, he said, I missed a year of football and came back to football Saturday league academy, right under academy level.
Okay, so he's probably in his
Yeah.
teens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think for yourself is to try and just be the best player you can where you're playing right now, and that's how it always starts, guys. Wherever you're playing, I speak to players that tell me I don't play in a team, but I'm trying to make it as a professional footballer. Guys, you're never gonna make it if you don't play for a team. Whether that's Sunday league, whether that's your local team, whatever it is, guys, just play for a team because if a scout or someone is coming to watch, or they like we've recommended to someone, we recommended to a team or whatever, and they ask us who does he play for, and we say, oh, nobody, he doesn't play for anybody. They'll be like, so he doesn't have any match experience, any game experience. He hasn't put himself in that kind of environment to understand his kind of roles and responsibilities. Because guys, the more games you play, whether that's Sunday league level, Saturday league level, the more match experience you get. Okay, and the more you understand the kind of roles of a striker, the movements of a striker, or as a cam, the pockets of spaces to pick up on the pitch, to be hard to mark, to get the ball in a half turn, to create chances for your players, to look at the best cams in the world. Look at Cole Palmer. These kind of players, the best strikers. Haaland right now is absolutely on fire, bro. He's doing ridiculous numbers. Go watch his movement. Go watch. He always smells danger. He knows where the ball's gonna land. So all of these little tips you're gonna gain, you're gonna get experience, and you're gonna get better at. And the only way you're gonna be doing it is by playing more matches, doing more training sessions. So my advice to you, bro, is be the best player at your Saturday league football every single day, every single game. Set yourself goals, set yourself targets for the season, hit your targets, and then you never know who's watching. Okay, and if you still feel like you know what, I'm doing all the right things, but I'm not getting opportunities, I'm not in the right environment, that's when you can come to a train effective camp, okay? And we help a lot of players in a similar situation to you. So our camp provides you guys with opportunities, okay, where we have scouts coming to watch you, where the coaches can scout you and recommend you to clubs. But as well as that, you're going to become a better player, you're going to develop as a player, and you're going to be around players with the same kind of mindset, same goals as you, and you're going to be around some of the best coaches in the world who are working with elite players every single day. Um, so yeah, that's my biggest advice to you, bro. I would say keep on doing what you're doing, and then if things don't change, you need a new environment. Come join the Train Effective camp, bro.
And on that, Sam, can you pin my comment? I just put more questions. Like, if you got questions that we can't answer today, guys, DM us at Sam Shaban. So at S Shaban 10
Yeah,
or at Nick Humph on Instagram. Instagram is usually the easiest, way we'll reply to things. So just DM us there, guys.
I don't know
I
why it
have
doesn't let
one.
me pin. Is
Oh, it
it
doesn't let
maybe
you pin.
maybe it's because we're like on a live together? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, anyway, people heard that and they can see the
Yeah.
comment if they need. So there you go. I got one question here that I think I might take, Sam, and it's from YouTube. It's from a guy called Jordi Garcia Luna, and he says, looking back at the clips I have for my highlight video, the footage is there, but I don't believe I've shown any kind of standout trait. Could I potentially still move to a higher level? So he's got a highlight video,
Hmm.
and he says he doesn't have a standout trait in his highlight video. Could he potentially still move to a high level? I think this is a great question, really great question. He's really thought about this because, guys, we've seen a lot of highlight videos at Train Effective. Um, we we've hosted some of the best players at our camps, especially the elite camp, where a lot of players get highlight videos and stuff. So we make these. It's really important to have a standout attribute, I think. Like, because here's the thing, guys, and Sam, I think you got a great answer on this, but here's
Mhm.
the thing. Coaches these days, especially in 2025, and they will be doing so until 2050 or whenever we have, I don't know, goggles or something. We're not reviewing videos anymore. I don't know. But basically, so important when they're literally looking at hundreds of videos every single year. As a scout, you might be looking at hundreds of videos every single month. What's that one thing that's going to make them say, wow, that kid's got it. She or he has got it. He or she, wow, look at that speed. Wow, look at that. Look at that left foot. Look at that positioning. Look at that, Otherwise, how else are you standing out? What would you say, Sam?
100%, I agree. I think the whole reason for a highlight video is you have to stand out. You have to. That video is to show scouts, to show coaches of you, performing at a very, very high level and doing the basics well, but also showing, some certain skills or certain things that makes you stand out. Um, so I would say right now, if you don't have, kind of things in that highlight video that makes you stand out, it's not an issue, bro. It's not an issue because the more games you're gonna play, um, you can start adjusting, and just it might need a bit more time. It might need more games from yourself to get you there more. It might just need you just need to maybe be a bit more confident on the pitch to be able to try new things or try and do something different to stand out. Okay, but also sometimes, guys, we see this on trial. Guys go on trial and they start changing their whole game on the trial, and they start doing fancy tricks and this, and that's the wrong way to go about it because a lot of clubs and a lot of coaches and scouts, sometimes the simple things is the best way to go about it. If you're on trial, do the simple things right. That's your first touch. How do you receive the ball? Are you receiving it on the back foot? How's your body positioning? Are you scanning? Do you know where your teammates are? Do you know where the opposition are? All of these things are the little details, but people think, oh, I'm going on trial. Let me do a couple step overs. Let me do a couple fancy tricks and things, and that's going to get me scouted. It doesn't work like that, guys. It's the basics of football: your first touch, your body positioning, how you receive it. Um, these are the little details and we've seen that so many times out of camp, Nick, where we can spot a player just literally by his first touch. We'll see him in his first training session. How is he receiving the ball? How is he passing the ball? And then we look at each other and be like, yeah, he's a player. It's so easy to spot.
True. I'll pull up a video of a player that we've had at our camps that I think we should really look at.
Yeah.
So I'll pull up in a sec. Just before we get to that, I want to show you guys also with my own highlight video that I had when I was a teenager. There was one ability that I wanted to showcase in that video, and that was my finishing ability. So I'll show you guys on the screen right now. This one shot, literally, I can tell you there's one moment in the video I took a shot. See, if you're watching the video right now, it's not that great. The shot I just took, but we have a shot coming up. All right, it's going to get top corner. Maybe the keeper could have saved up. You can see, oh, he's got a right foot. But this one, guys.
Woo!
I'm just going to replay that again for those that are on YouTube. You gotta see this because you don't. It's
It's
hard
the
to hit
way.
those.
It's the way the ball that obviously you're training on a pitch which isn't great, right? So it's even harder for you. But it's the way the ball like it's taking a bobble before you've hit it. If you look at it again, it's taking a little bobble. So it's actually made it harder for you, and it's just sat up, and it's like you struck it whilst it's like mid air, and you struck it so
Yeah,
cleanly.
yeah. And that was enough. Like that moment, just literally the 2 seconds in that video. I didn't have a left foot here at the time. It was rubbish. This is something I improved on a lot. But just this finishing part, like coaches could see this one video that I was 16, 17 in this, it was enough for professional clubs to be like, yeah, we'll give him a chance. It got me opportunity with the national team in Australia. It's got sent to the national team coach in Australia for the under 17s, under 19s team. This video was enough to go like, yeah, Nick, we'll give you a shot. Um, this video got scholarship offers, all this stuff. So look, who's the guy? Geordie, who asked, what should I include in my highlight video? What strengths do I show? Like, what can I show? Like, just have a look at this. Maybe you'll get some ideas. Um, because you'll see how you can film the clips, how you can position things, and what moments you can show to be like, okay, maybe, I can get somewhere with this. So have a look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're coming to the end of this because, we can't do all the 30-day topics in one day, Sam, can we?
No, we can't. We gotta just take it day by day, guys. So you guys, if you want us to answer more questions, and if we didn't answer your questions today, you gotta come back tomorrow. You gotta come and be on this journey with us for the next 30 days.
And if you're looking for how to stay tuned about when the next episodes are and stuff, look at our Instagram and TikTok stories because we'll publish kind of what topics we're speaking about, how you can join, etc. And yeah, I mean, we'll be here every day around about the same time. Sometime the times will change. We're going to try and test some different times. But if you're watching on YouTube or if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, make sure you do subscribe and then turn on the notification bells. Because if you turn on turn on that notification bell, then you'll know like when we're going live exactly. Okay, you'll get that notification. You go live. Yeah, man, it's been enjoyable today. It's been really enjoyable, I think.
Yeah, it has.
So,
No, it has. I've enjoyed it. I look forward to the one again tomorrow. As I said, guys, if we didn't answer your questions today, come back again tomorrow. Again, we're going to be doing this. Be on this journey with us. Yeah, so we'll see you guys all tomorrow. So yeah, have your notifications on so you know when we're going live.
and guys, for everyone that's watching, I'll just say it again. It's Sam Shaban's birthday today. So, drop some love hearts, drop some words of happy birthday. I'm looking at YouTube right now, seeing who's saying what. TikTok, wish Sam a happy birthday right now. Leave him on good terms so he can go this evening. He goes to training, does his gym work, and he thinks, wow, the Train Effective TikTok community were just so nice today. So yeah.
We got the best community, that's for sure. There's no community that beats the Train Effective community. So,
Oof.
guys, man, I know you guys always show me love every time I'm on live with you guys, but you got to show me extra love today. Happy birthday. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man.
Happy birthday, Sam. Bartholomew Omar, happy birthday to him. Relly says, happy birthday, bro. Thanks for the tips.
Thank you, really, man.
says, W Sam. So yeah. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow, so let's make it a wrap. Stay effective.
Yeah. Take care, guys. Have a good one.
Day one of the 30 days of dedication's a wrap.